time to check on the garlic that was drying and see what sort of progress we had. This has actually been sitting a few days after it's dry, but I wanted to show you what it looks like at this point and how we know it's dry. Do you hear that crunch? This is what we're looking for, that nice crunch. There's no bend to the garlic at all. It is dry through and through. So when we put this in the Vitamix, it shouldn't clump. Whew, that's a strong garlicky smell. Look at that consistency. I think that'll do it. Look at that. And lo and behold, there we have more than a quart more of garlic powder. And now it's time to look at my garlic salt and make sure that the ratio of salt to garlic is a little better. You see that I have bottles for the garlic salt, and I just printed out some labels. These will be attached. I have a picture of our garlic on there and the weight, and just to give everybody an idea of what's in there. You see, I was able to bottle up the other things too and label them. Got the garlic tincture in its bottles, and the garlic powder as well. You may have noticed in the labels that I make no organic claims on them, despite the fact that we are a certified organic farm. And I just wanted to explain that. We could make the organic claim. Everything in, even the garlic tincture, which is tinctured in vodka, we went ahead and purchased certified organic vodka to go in it, to tincture the garlic in. But the fact of the matter is that the way that certified organic works is that there is one certification of your operation in terms of what you're producing. There would be another certification if you were a quote-unquote handler of the product. That is, you're the one packaging it. Then they inspect your labels. They inspect and certify all the ingredients that you're adding to it, make sure that they're certified organic, and that extra paperwork costs money. So the question is, if for these value-added products we are making just a little side income, whether it's worth going through the trouble and the several $100s that it would cost in order to become certified organic handlers as well. And the fact of the matter is, it isn't worth it. Basically, it would take away all the profit that we make, the small amount of profit we make in the winter from these value-added products. So we're mainly selling these products to existing customers, people who know who we are and what we put in the stuff, and we just don't make the organic claim and go through the paperwork that we do for the produce that we sell, which is legitimately USDA certified organic through and through. that looks about right. These are absolutely beautiful. As I work on this, I wanted to explain a little bit about why we bother to be organic. See, I follow some other farmers online, and some of them, they shrug their shoulders and they say, well, the final product doesn't contain antibiotics. It doesn't contain any of the herbicides and pesticides, and there's drift anyway. And sometimes studies will be done and you'll see as much contamination in a certified organic product as you would for a conventional product. So why bother? And I wanted to make the case that one of the biggest reasons that we bother to be organic is not so much the end product, it's the way that the product is made. You see, if you buy a product that is certified organic, what you're buying into is a way of farming which is good for the land. If you actually look at the organic standards, they all involve the rebuilding of the soil, that is the care for the soil. When you farm organically, you need to rotate your crops. This is for weed control, to keep infestations of insects coming up. There needs to be a rotation, and a rotation of crops is good for the soil. If you plant corn on corn on corn year after year, it draws on the soil the same way, and you end up doing long-term damage to the soil. Even your basic conventional rotations where you bring in soybeans every once in a while to help add nitrogen to the soil, it simply can't replenish the way that a diversified rotation of crops can. It's not just about the cleanliness of the product, which is a big deal, but it's also buying into a way of farming that is good for the land. Now, for the small farmer, for the farmer's market farmer, it may not be worth going through the certification process. There is a lot of paperwork. There is a lot that goes into it, a lot to keep track of. And in the lower dollar amount, it's not worth doing that. It's about a relationship between you and your farmer, knowing where your food came from and trusting that he's doing right by the land that he is the steward of. But when you go to the grocery store and you don't have that relationship with your farmer, you don't know where the product came from, what that organic label is an assurance that farmer that you don't know is at least, according to the organic standards, practicing good stewardship of the land. It's an assurance that these things are happening when you don't have that relationship with your farmer. In case you were wondering, yes, these products are for sale. We don't consume quite that much garlic salt, garlic powder, and garlic tincture ourselves. The place to go if you want to check out our products is our website. It's easy to remember, kleinshire.com. What do you have there? Hold it up so we can see.
It's wheat.
Yeah, that's wheat.
Yeah.
Where did that wheat come from?
Our own field.
Yeah.
We kind of left it out there a little longer than we were supposed to.
What do you like about it?
What do I like about it? It's cleaner than last year, but it's still dirty.
What was wrong with last year's?
Mice turds.
And why did we have mice turds in it?
Because we tried to store it in the pole barn without threshing it first.
Basically, the mice ran through it and ate it and pooped in it. And
it was disgusting.
The thing is, when you winnow it, the mice turds are the same size as the wheat berries, and you end up with trouble. What's the matter with this year's wheat?
So you can see there's little pieces of dirt this year. So we
Yay,
threshed
dirt.
it right away, but we have clay soil and it develops like these little clay pellets. And so now what we have to do is we have to actually wash our wheat.
Mm-hmm. And then what are you gonna do?
And then we dry it in the oven on low.
Okay.
So
Yeah. And then you can grind it, right?
yeah, then I make something with this that
Okay.
hopefully tastes good. You gotta get it sopping wet.
Yep. You want to dissolve all the mud.
Mud that collected with it.
So after you do this,
We spread it out on the cookie sheets, and then we go ahead and put it in the oven on dehydrate to make sure it gets fully dry. And then I take it again
yep.
and run it around this colander to brush off any remaining dirt. And then I store it in an airtight container.
And then
And
you
grind
grind
it.
you grind it to use it, right?
Yep, and then we grind it for flour.
All right.
You ready?
And then it goes in the oven on dehydrate at
Can I put this one in?
150 degrees. No, Chrysogonus. Let mommy do it.
And let it dry.
This takes a while. First time she's used the splitter. You can cut it in two still. What do you think? Would you rather be using an axe? I don't know. You don't know? All right, you use the axe. I'll take over here. Well, we brought in some wood. My unloaders are hard at work. Do you think that we made enough to make it through to the warm weather? Let us know what you think in the comments. And please subscribe, follow along. We're having fun here. This is Franz at Kleinshire, signing out.